Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've got my Christmas PJs on. I'm here in front of my Christmas tree. I've also got my coffee. Hope that you are all nice and cozy because today we are going to be talking about all the books that I'm going to be reading this holiday season. So first up we have Alone with You in the Ether by Olivie Blake. Now I have been wanting to read this pretty much all year. I actually thought that this was going to be the first Olivie Blake book that I tried out, but I did end up reading One for My Enemy, her like Romeo and Juliet retelling with witches, and I really enjoyed that. I loved her writing style. I had never read anything like that before, so I was even more excited to finally get to this. This is a romance book, I think, with very heavy topics of mental health. Alone with You in the Ether is a contemporary love story like no other, exploring the nature of love, what it means to be unwell, and how to face the fractures of ourselves and still love as if we're not broken. So, yes, sounds beautiful, and I cannot wait to get to it. Then next up is a book that I have mentioned a time or two here on my channel. I unboxed it in my last illumicrate unboxing, and that is, obviously you can see me holding it, After the Forest by Kell. This is a Hansel and Gretel retelling that takes place, I believe, 20 years after the events of the original story. I actually forgot to bring my Brothers Grimm collection down here, but I actually will be making a very exciting video reading the original Hansel and Gretel story, reading this, and then very on theme, making a gingerbread house. Family, we do gingerbread houses every year, and they are not just any gingerbread houses, they are quite large gingerbread houses, and we go all out with the decorating. So you guys will get to see that this year, which I am very excited about. So keep your eye out for that video sometime this month. And then next up, getting into another holiday-ish book, we have a Michigan Chillers book, which is actually a signed copy. It says "Chill Out, Carolyn." And this takes place in Traverse City, which I love. Me and my boyfriend, we go there a lot. I've gone there for quite a few anniversaries and birthdays and such. I'm really sorry if you can hear my dogs playing in the background. I hope that that's not annoying. This is a series the author Johnathan Rand does. Obviously, he lives here in Michigan, which is how I am lucky to have a signed copy. And yeah, so he does like middle grade, looks like a middle grade thriller mystery book set in Michigan. So I just thought, I'm not going to get to this if I don't read it at Christmas time. I probably did read this when I was younger, when I was really into these, but I don't remember it, and I want to give it another chance. I just think that'd be fun. And then we have a very exciting one, and that is Little Women. Exciting but scary. This is quite a long classic. It will be the longest classic I have ever read, but I am counting on Marisa. She also makes booktube videos. You should check her channel out. We are doing a buddy read of this, which will definitely be what actually gets me to power through this. So you've probably heard of Little Women before, but if not, I will read the little blurb real quick on the back. The March sisters, beautiful Meg, headstrong Jo, delicate Beth, and spoiled Amy, live in genteel poverty against the backdrop of the American Civil War. As they face their first Christmas without their beloved father, who was serving as a chaplain in the Union Army. We follow the sisters as they grow from children into women, mothers and wives, and experience all of the trials, tragedy, loss, and love that life encompasses along the way. I think it was published originally in like 1886. Not the oldest book I have read, so hopefully the prose is not too difficult to understand. Now, my next one is a very popular book all over the internet this year, and that is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Now, I'm pretty sure that I have only heard good things about this book, which is both a good and bad thing going into something, because my expectations are high, but also since a lot of people felt this way, maybe it will live up to that expectation. So this is, of course, a fantasy romance involving a magical typewriter, I believe, and with gods who are at war. Could be a 5-star read for me, as it is for so many others, and this is the perfect time to read it as the sequel, Ruthless Vows, comes out, I believe, December 26th. So this will be nice and fresh in my mind to read the sequel if I choose to do so this month. Last book that I have officially on my TBR, I do want to show you my November illumicrate book, and maybe I will grab the items to show you as well. I at least want to show you the book because it is so beautiful. So stick around for that right after my last book I want to discuss, and that is another very, very popular book, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. So I am a game lover. I don't play video games nearly as often as I would like to anymore. I am a big Zelda fan, big Mario fan. I enjoyed the last Animal Crossing game. I also love a lot of retro games. I was a big N64 player. I had a Game Boy Advance, the DS, Wii, the GameCube. I've had a lot of gaming consoles and played a lot of games. So I don't know why I didn't rush to get this book the second I first heard about it, because it is so up my alley. But if you haven't heard of it, it is, I guess once again I will read you the little blurb. In this exhilarating novel by the best-selling author of The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, two friends, often in love but never lovers, I love that. Not sure what it means really, but I love it anyways, come together as creative partners in the world of video game design, where success brings them fame, joy, tragedy, duplicity, and ultimately a kind of immortality. So yeah, I am really excited just to see all the video game references, to see what this book is really all about, and if it lives up to the hype for me, because it's another one of those books that I really have not heard much negative feedback on. I think I've heard one or two negative reviews, but it's about things that I don't think would really bother me per se, so still have very high hopes for this one. And lastly, as I've mentioned, I have the most beautiful book that I own now to show you, and that is the November illumicrate book. That is Starling House by Alix E. Harrow. I think I will definitely take some B-roll footage of this to really show it in its best light, because wow, this is gorgeous. So it has a clear dust jacket with an overlay on it. Very beautiful. And the most gorgeous sprayed edges that I have ever seen, or at least that I have ever owned. And then I will show you the naked hardcover, which you can kind of see through. And in the B-roll, you should be able to see through a lot better. Hopefully I can get a nice angle of it. But even the naked hardcover is so gorgeous. I don't know if you can see, there are little flecks of glitter, which look almost like little stars or like little magical fairies or lightning bugs or something. But yes, this, which I show you guys this, I might end up reading this December. Doesn't exactly match the vibes. I should have gotten to it in November, but nevertheless, I am very, very excited to own this and hopefully read it soon. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope that you have enjoyed going through all the books that I'm going to be reading this holiday season, this December. Please let me know down below what you are going to be reading this holiday season, and if I should add anything to my TBR, although I think I am on a book buying ban until after Christmas and possibly until after my birthday as well. Except for sequels. I'm allowed to get sequels because I'm not going to torture myself. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday season, whatever you celebrate, or even if you don't celebrate anything. I just hope you have a wonderful rest of the year, wonderful rest of your reading year. I hope that everyone hits their reading goals, and if you don't, I hope you're not too hard on yourself. I have lots of fun content coming up, so please stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!